What is the VCE? I'm sure that's a question that is being asked in a whole heap of houses about as they enter Year 11 and Year 12. And for those people who've already had family members go through the VCE, you'll have a few different advantages. But the first thing we're going to talk about is how does the VCE work? So the VCE is made up of different units, and some of them must be studied as a sequence. Generally, a sequence is in Year 12, where you do Units 3 and 4. A study is a subject. It could be English, biology, studio arts, and we offer many, many different subjects here at Cathedral. For most students, the VCE is completed over 2 years, but we have some students who are in Year 10 right now who are fast tracking, and their VCE is going to be completed over 3 years. But for most students, it's completed over 2 years, and generally Units 1 and 2 are studied at Year 11, and Units 3 and 4 are studied at Year 12. And I will just put a little point in there that if you're doing a fast tracking subject, everything is exactly the same, except you'll have an extra subject at the end of your Year 12. You can study Units 1 and 2 as a standalone unit. So you might do Unit 1 Geography and then Unit 2 History. But if you do Units 3 and 4, they must be done together. And that's a sequence that's then worked out for your study score in Year 12. At Cathedral College, students will study between 20 and 24 units, 5 or 6 different subjects in Year 11 and in Year 12. And you can take longer than 2 years to finish your VCE if you need to. And we have had some students over the journey who have done their VCE over 3 years because of different circumstances they've got. So how do you achieve your VCE? So to achieve your VCE, you must satisfactorily complete 16 units. Now you'll notice earlier I said we'll do between 20 and 24. So we give you a little bit of room to wiggle with that. But you must have 3 units from the English group, and 2 of them must be Units 3 and 4, so your Year 12 subjects. So from the English group, it could be English or English literature here at Cathedral. And at least 3 sequences of other 3-4 studies. So English plus 3 other subjects. The question we often get asked is, how is an Atar calculated? So the Atar is not a score out of 100, it is a rank, and it shows how students have achieved in comparison to all the other students doing VCE during that year. VTAC scale scores for different subjects, and they use, as one of their primary subjects, English, English language, English lit as their primary, and then their 3 next best scores after they've been scaled. Plus, when you do a 5th subject, which all or most of our Year 12s will do, and a 6th subject, which all of our fast trackers will do, adds an extra 10% of those scores onto your Atar score. The other question we get asked quite a bit is, how do I select subjects? And we think there's probably 4 things you need to do to pick subjects that are going to work for you. The first one is you need to be interested in it. You're good at it. So if you have a passion for art, do your art subjects. If you really like maths, do your maths subjects. It's going to lead you to a job or an area that you're interested in. If you really want to work with computers, do computers. If you're interested in media, work in the media area. And you're also looking at subjects that are going to help you get into the university or TAFE course that you want to do, or leads into further jobs that you might want to do. Now remember, here at Cathedral College, we try and keep our VCE options as open as possible. So you can change subjects. We have many students who, at the end of Head Start, will choose a subject and go, actually, that's not the one for me. And we actually try and encourage people in Year 11 to explore some different subjects, because you can change them. And we do that during our Head Start program, which is 2 weeks at the end of the year, where we introduce ourselves, hopefully with our teacher that we'll have next year, to work through the first couple of topics for our VCE units. And if you're interested in a school-based apprenticeship or traineeship or a vet course, we'll work with Mr. Dunbar to pick courses that are going to work for you. So how do I succeed at VCE? You need to study smarter, not harder. You need to work with the people that you know. Use your resources, use your friends, use your family, use your time wisely. Take everything one step or one task at a time. If you look at VCE as the big forest, you can get lost in it. But if you take and break down the tasks, it becomes a little bit easier for you, And lastly, especially in these times, listen to your body and take care of yourself. Make sure you have all the things that you need to succeed. Make sure you keep in contact with people like your homeroom teacher, your year level coordinator, your subject teacher. We'll probably say that communication is the key for that. And what is a subject selection process? For our Year 10 students, you'll already had your booklets, and you'll soon go through an interview process with 2 members of staff, yourself, and members of your family to pick VCE subjects that are going to work for you. That's not the be all and end all, that's not the final part of the process, but that then gives us a chance to run the subjects that are going to work. Also then look at how it's going to impact you and then ask you to go away and do some research. So that'll be happening over the next couple of weeks. But if you do have any questions at any stage of the process, please ask.